Hello, everybody. Welcome, of course, to Space Engineers. I'm Duke Skyloafer. I joined in, forgetting completely that we had like redone so much of the base, and I was like, what the hell am I looking at here? Looks pretty good. If I'm being honest, it looks pretty good. Rumble Strip, Chad, John, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you all made it on time. And, Hollow Earth-like? I think it's, I've clipped into the Earth-like enough times. It's definitely hollow. Definitely hollow. Anywho, let me do some dead noise throat clearing real quick. So, I've spent the past week trying to think about what we're going to do with the batteries on the Icarus, the plane whose name I couldn't remember until just now. So, what are we going to do with it? Now, I thought about a couple of different things. Like, obviously, I thought about the refueling arm, which I think is still a good idea. Then I thought, well, maybe we could have like detachable batteries, like a battery bank that we could recharge and attach a fully charged battery to it. And I think that actually ends up being more complicated than just doing a refueling arm. So I think we're going to do the refueling arm. The other thing that I want to do, so I think we're going to do the refueling arm. I don't remember what I put in the description of the episode for what I wanted to do today, but the other thing that I want to do, if we get the refueling arm out of the way, and probably do a test flight, is I want to temporarily, temporarily rebuild all of this stuff outside, because it doesn't really need to go up there anymore. Although actually I think I do still want to have an access point up inside, but we could fix that. Anyway, I want to clear this out so we can start digging under here. I'm not sure that I want to actually build a big underground base anymore. You know, I do want to put the majority of the stuff underground, the important bits. You know, all the containers, the refineries and stuff. I want to put all that underground, but I don't think I'm going to just build a big underground hangar like I was originally thinking. I think we've got a pretty decent pavement set up over here. I think we could just use this for whatever we need. So let's start with the arm, the refueling arm. So, yep. When we have connectors, is this a small grid, small inset connector? There's a small grid version of this. Okay, good. So let's put you on there. Let's put you on there. I'm gonna also need pistons. Now, I guess I could pipe this up. And I'm trying to think if there would ever be any reason to pipe up the refueling. Like, I guess at some point maybe I could make something hydrogen powered and the refueling arm would be really good. The other thing I could do, I was originally thinking that it would go up and over and down. But another thing that I could do is put it in the side, like this, and we could just extend something straight out and connect to it. That would be a faster way to get off the ground with this. No pun intended. And then we could still do kind of like a double hinge to allow us to kind of like move things around a little bit. But that might be just the easy way to do this. Because if I were to put like a rotor sideways right here, it would probably line up pretty well with the height if I were to put one of these. And it would also be easier for me to embed a connector in the side as opposed to the top where everything is half blocks. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, that's true. I could restock with weapons as well. I like that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So we will pipe it up. I got to figure out how I'm going to get a pipe over to here then. Let's see. We have that. I could run piping underneath this and up. I could run it Probably would look better if I ran it along the ground here and then went up where I wanted it. So why don't we do that? Let's get our build and repair. Let's see, what can I use for you? Oh, that's going to be difficult, isn't it? Because of that being on there. So we're going to have to do this in a couple of little bits here. I think that'll be okay. I don't think my railing will fall down. Alright, then where's the good armored conveyor? I know you're in there. No, you're in here. Okay. Oh! For some reason I was thinking this was a junction, but it is not. Okay. No. Okay. So let's see. We're going to do straight. Corner. Then that'll go straight up. And then this one here, we need a T. Yes. Okay. Is there... There's no game audio coming through, is there? What's going on here? Oh, I think I might know what's going on here. Give me a second. I'm going to do a thing. Let's see. I should be able to do this without rebooting anything. Let's see. No, maybe not. Maybe not, because let's see, how would I have to run this? I would have to... Oh, hang on one second. I'm gonna put up the pause screen for just a minute here while I do a quick thing. Trying to avoid having the there we go. Trying to avoid you all seeing what I'm doing here. But if I did... if I went... Oh, you know what? This might not work. This might not work. Let's see if that worked. I'll bring it back down. Sounds like it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. No, it wasn't OBS. It was the actual gaming computer doing its thing. Hopefully that's not too loud. Suddenly I'm not used to it being, I'm not used to... And I muted myself by accident while I was trying to adjust the game audio. There you go. That should be better. Alright, we're going to put it... I think that's where I want to put it. I should go up top and see. That's where I want to put it. Yeah, I think that'll be okay, because it'll be easier to drive up to it and line up. Now, I gotta think about how this is gonna... Alright. So what I really want to do... This might take a couple of iterations to figure out here. We're going to... You can hear my feet walking around? Oh, you can. Let's see, I want to... hinge this. Not you. and do a medium head. And the upper limit is going to be... I'd say that's lower limit, right? Upper limit's going to be... Oh no, upper limit is 90. Lower limit will be 0 because I want to go... want to be able to go straight up with it. So, if we give this like a velocity of like 1, move this forward just a little bit here. So, if I do a... I don't want the original piston. Let's see, I don't want the modded pistons. I want a regular piston. Which one is the original recipe piston? That would be this one. Alright, so how many pistons would we need? That actually lines up pretty well with this, well, not there, but with the center of it. So, alright, so I think what I want to do is, isn't there like, what is the, is it converter? You know the thing? This thing. So we're going to throw one of these on there. I'm going to do it this way in case I need to adjust the height of it later. It'll be a little easier. But I'm thinking we go, let me put this in. We could make this kind of fold. Because that by itself, I don't believe will go out far enough. Not even close. Two of them would, though. Two of them would be okay. We just have to build something in to stop it when it gets close enough. Yeah, we could probably just do this, and I could just try to line up the plane with it for now. And then if it gets too difficult, we'll redesign it. So that's going to be my plan. And we are going to hope that that I don't get into a situation where I oh yeah, we could do that with a sensor, couldn't we? Yeah, we could do that with a sensor. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Let's grab a oh my god. Sensor, just a regular old sensor. And I'm gonna take that off for a second. Ooh, that's, yeah, we could kind of automate this. Let me grab some water real quick. Did I leave water in the thing here? I did. Grab some food as long as I'm in here. So what we could do is we could the sensor would definitely stop it, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it. And I could have a like a timer and a button to just help me retract it, basically. Uh-oh. Why is YouTube telling me about bitrate issues? It looks fine. Yeah, whatever. It's kind of fluctuating. Sorry if it gets choppy. Let's see. Yeah, we could do that. Let me put all this back in the truck here. I like that I just enjoy eating in the truck. Oh, you know what else? We probably should put a... probably should put a thing right here, huh? Oh, my lights will turn green finally. Yeah, I think there was a glitch in the stream, in the sense of like internet degradation between me and YouTube. It happens. Let's see. So I could do yeah. I could do a sensor to stop it from going out. So basically when it detects something, it just kind of stops. And then to reverse it, we would just turn it on and reverse it. Yeah, that would work. I don't think we would need an event controller unless I did a event controller for when it disconnects. When it disconnects, then it pulls back automatically. Then it wouldn't matter if I could disconnect it from inside the plane too. I like that idea. Okay, so we're going to need a timer. I'm going to make this really complicated, I'm sure. We're going to do that. We're going to need a event controller. And then I need to put like a... Let's see. Don't I have... There we go. Something... I mean... Oh. Don't I have any... I got this thing. This'll work. Do it like that. Because then I can put the sensor right on top of it. That's not the sensor. Alright, which way is the front? That way. Use an action relay, one in the plane, one on the base. You could hit a hotbar when you pull up to extend. Oh, that's a good point, too. I was just going to put a button on the, yeah. But then I'd have to find a place to stick an event controller on here. I'm trying to keep this light. I think it's going to be okay for me to just get out and do the... Now I kind of want to do this. Except that looks weird with all the extra bits. Why does the sound keep dropping out like that? You know what? Hang on a second. I'm going to check something again. Sit tight. Just doing a quick something here. Let me try this. Yeah, well, whatever. It's fine. It just sounds like there's like a ducking thing. Okay, I kind of want that on there. Alright, and then for you, let me extend this out just so I can kind of line it up with where it's going to need to roughly be here. Did I make this? I made this plain colored somehow. How did I do that? Cool. Alright, so roughly, I mean, I'm going to be able to move the plane a little bit, but I think roughly right there. So I'm going to do that. And where is it? That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm putting one on each side, just for the balance of the plane. Okay, cool. Let's see then. Let me grab that. Repaint you. Repaint you. That was a little weird looking. Alright, so we should be able then to reverse this out. I know it's going to smack into the plane there, but that's close enough. Okay. So let me take you out. Let me take you out. All right, let me name these things a bit so I can control them. So this is going to be connector for refueling. And then we're going to have the refueling piston. And both of these are going to be the pistons for refueling, and then I get rid of both that. Oh, I never redid those suspensions. A lot of nice colors here today. Alright, this is the sensor for refueling, and the sensor, we need to show sensor field range for a moment here. Showing that's looking at a solar panel again. There we go. The boom connector. Yeah, I don't think we want to do that. Alright, so we're going to bring this down to pretty much the smallest kind of a deal. That actually is probably even too big. I think actually we could just take it down to the smallest because it's the extent out from the side, so it's still going to be the width of the block. I'm going to make it 0.2 though. Look a little nicer. Alright, the bottom is there. Okay, good. We don't care about you. The top we care about. So I want to stop when we're about, when we detect maybe like right there. Maybe right, even right there. I think it'll be, let's try this. Let's try that. Oops. Then back and front we just want at the smallest. Okay. Now, what I want to do with the sensor is, when the sensor is tripped, we're going to take the refueling pistons and toggle them off. That's it. That's the whole deal. Oh, we could also... I think I need to make the... I want to make the back extent a little bit lower here. Come on. There we go. Closer to that. There we go. So really it's just the front part that I care about. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, is that we could put a... because I want this to just be there to... like if I said reverse and reverse, then when it detects the plane... oh, it didn't do nothing, did it? Oh, I didn't tell it what to detect. Detect small ships. Yeah. Maybe it needs to stick out a little bit further too, I don't know. But now I gotta kind of nudge the plane a little bit. Oh, it worked. It shut it off. That's good. I'm gonna have to nudge the plane back over for this to work. Yep. Let's see if I could do that real quick. Just kind of use the gyros to bring it back over a little bit. Alright. So, we go reverse and reverse. Perfect. Great. So then we could do, yeah, we could also do an event controller for connecting. So let's do that. Where do I want to put my event controllers? I guess I'll do one on each side here. Okay. These have a little button I can interact with? They do not. Alright. I'm kind of stuck. Okay. Don't kill me, please. Thank you. I'm still stuck. Now I'm extra stuck. Excuse me. Pardon me. Thank you. Why did it stop? Why are you still that color? Did it detect? Oh, is it also set to detect me? That would be funny if it was. Detect players on. Oh, there we go. That's why it stopped. Okay, I'm gonna bring that back. No. Okay. Oof. Okay, so I guess I don't really need that on anymore. And we could turn that off. Alright, so the event controllers. Event controller, refueling, connect, and event controller, refueling, disconnect. So it doesn't, because look. Wherever the thing is. Now I don't have to maneuver around that. I was originally going to go up and over and down and have it a lot more complicated with a lot more things. And then I just thought this is the simplest way to get going with the fewest moving parts. And I think it'll be pretty straightforward to line the plane up with it. And then I could just do this to get it out of the way. So I'll make a button panel or something to help bring it up and down, but that's the plan. So what I'm going to have it do is the event controller for connecting. I have plans here, don't worry. Let me do this first. So when the connector is ready, and the connector being the refueling connector, when it is ready, I want the refueling connector to lock. When it is ready to lock, it will lock. Okay? Actually, what is the description of this? When all connectors are turned idle. The same actions can be used on both sides by using different pages. Yeah. Locks, lights, change color depending on the trick. Yeah. So does idle mean... No, because it's lock, unlock. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so I can't actually use the same thing. Okay, so then the disconnect, what I'm going to do is go to lock, unlock, and the same refueling connector. When it unlocks, meaning even if I'm in the plane and it disconnects, we are going to have the piston group. Where are you? The refueling pistons are going to turn on, and then they are going to retract. Okay? And I could also, actually, there's my hinge here. My refueling hinge. The disconnect, we could say that the refueling hinge, that's for the bucket. Where's the refueling hinge? The refueling hinge should reverse. So, I'll have to come up with a good way, because I kind of want to have some manual control. I don't want this to like come down if I'm maneuvering around and I don't want it here. So I don't want to have a sensor do it. I want to have some manual control over when it comes down, because I'm kind of afraid that I might like, I'm trying to take off and all of a sudden it like redetects the plane and decides it's going to come down and start doing stuff. So I want to have some manual control over that, which I can definitely do with some buttons and stuff. So not worried about that. What I'm going to do right now is go take this piston group and reverse them at the same time. There we go. It's connected. It stops, it connects. So we're good to go there. Now it's connected. Now if I really wanted to, technically I think I could just lift the whole plane up, which is actually kind of funny. I could store it that way if I needed to get it off the runway. So remind me that that's an option if we need to. I'm gonna try it at the risk of clanging out this whole darn thing, but yeah, see, we could just kind of store the plane up in the sky there. Could probably share tensors on this on these pistons here. That may or may not help. I think I just want to do the pistons though, if that's possible. There we go. Oh, watch this now. So I'm going to get in the plane, right? And I don't have these connectors. Here we go. Hold on. What the heck is this plane called? IC? Okay. IC connector. When did I do first? So the first one would be on the port side, I think. And then the second one is on the starboard side, I believe. If I remember which order I put them in. I don't want them anywhere here. But if I go put, I think it's the hang on. I can tell which one is which. Because one of them is connected. Status not connected. Status connected. Okay. So we'll just take the starboard one. We'll put it here and we're going to say that this should unlock. So when I click that, well, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? That should have disconnected from this. Why didn't that work? Hang on now. Slide the plane back out a second here. But if this... Okay, like it... Did I not... Oh, maybe I didn't tell it to... Let's double check here. No, because I told it, disconnect. We're going to reverse the hinge. Oh, no, I didn't tell. Yeah, why didn't it reverse the hinge? And why didn't it actually disconnect? This is the refueling hinge. We could also turn off the sensor. That might be a good idea. We could turn off the sensor when it gets close. But like if I go here and just say disconnect, it's still connected. Did it reconnect? Is the event... Oh, I wonder if the event controller that is... I wonder if it immediately switches to ready and then... I wonder if it immediately switches to ready and then disconnects. Okay, how would I do that then? Because when it... I'd have to have like a timer that says like... We could shut this one off when it connects. We could just have it shut itself off. And then when we disconnect after a timer goes, it could turn the sensor and the... Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. Alright, let's throw a timer. Where's the good looking side of the timer? I think that's the thing that blinks right there, right? Let's do that there. So what we'll do is... We'll say... timer... Timer for refueling disconnect. Okay, so when we connect, we are going to also turn off the sensor, and we are going to turn off my own event controller. I hope that works. Now, I don't think the sensor is the culprit because the sensor doesn't connect. It's the event controller that connects. The sensor just tells the pistons to stop moving so that they don't keep pushing the plane. Because I may extend the piston and the plane's not in position and I may have to move the plane back and forth to line it up. And then it'll just connect automatically. That's my thinking there. But at least the piston will be at the correct extended length. So... yeah. So hopefully that works when it connects. We're going to have to double check this a bit here. But if I kind of simulate this right now and say that the connect refueler is off and the sensor is off, so that kind of simulates what it would have done. And then when we disconnect, we're going to also find that timer and start it. And then we're going to go to that timer. This is fun, huh? And we could probably just set it to like 2-second delay. Would be fine. And then our event controller for connecting needs to turn on, and our sensor needs to turn back on. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna really solve it, but let's see. There we go. So that retracts, and that all goes back up, so it just completely gets out of the way. So if I'm in the plane and I disconnect, the whole thing will just immediately get up and out of the way without me having to do anything. Okay, so that's good. So then we'll have to create some sort of a button panel or a button that's on here or something like that to bring it down. I could just put it like right on the bottom there, it'd be fine. Just a button to bring this down. And then maybe another button on here to just extend it out. Put it right there, click it, and then it'll just extend out. Well, let's do that here. I feel like I'm going to end up putting an entire button panel on there somewhere, but oh my gosh, there's so many different things here. It's not even it's this thing. This is the thing that I want. So we're going to put a button. I'm going to put it up top here. And then I want this hinge to go back up for a second. I'm going to put the other button where I could easily reach it. Will it clang out? No, I don't think so. What are we doing? There we go. I want to put it like right there. Alright, and then this old button is going to take this hinge and just reverse it. So we can click that, bring this down. I don't want it to come down because I don't want it to accidentally come down and get in the way if I'm just trying to bring the plane through. Like if I have to do a landing and just come around and take back off again, I don't want this thing to come down because it won't go back up until I connect it. So I want to have a manual control over it. Okay, no sensors. No sensors to bring it down. I could have a thing where like I click that button and it comes down and then immediately, once it reaches its 90 degrees, immediately starts extending. I could do that. Instead of having a button. Like we could automate that, but I want to have a manual kickoff of the process is the thing. I actually kind of do like that idea though. When it, maybe we do that instead of having a button. Yeah, let's do that. Let's automate as much as possible. So we're going to need another event controller. Let's put it under this one. This thing's just going to be like a big computer bank. An old-timey looking computer bank by the time we're done. Alright, so this... Okay. So I think we could do this. It's attached, detached. Rotor piston position. Oh, isn't the... I thought there was a way to detect when a... Oh, here we go. Angle. There we go. Is greater than or equal to 90... Oh, let's say like 85 degrees. When it's equal or greater to 85 degrees, and the hinge we want is the refueling hinge. Event controllers are really fun. That's the thing. Like I like that. I like using them to automate things, but I just want to have a... God, I really need to hide all this stuff from the Mixini. I like having a manual, like, I need to kick off this process just so that it's not ever doing something that's going to, like, damage the plane because I'm not paying attention and I'm, like, driving through the area or something. Alright, so when this reaches where it is, we want to turn these blocks on, turn the pistons on. We want to... Oh, what just happened there? There we go. We want them to extend. Now, I could actually... we could actually say... I could get rid of that timer, and I could actually say that the extension is what turns on the other event controller and the sensor. That would be better, rather than just having them sit there active. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I like that. Okay. Let me do that. We're going to get rid of that timer block, although I probably could have used it for something else. The refueling controller for connecting. No, that's it. Not okay, so disconnecting. Get rid of you. Okay. So when the hinge is ready, in addition to that and that, we're going to turn our sensor on. And then our event controller for connecting, we're also going to turn on. Okay. I think they're on right... Oh no, they're off. They should be off right now, right? Are you on or off? You are on. So let's turn you off. And I don't know which event controller is which. So we will say that the connect one is also off. So then I should be able to hopefully never have to do this manually again, but we'll see. So if I bring that up, and we'll just go ahead and hit the button and bring it down. We can play with the speeds later and everything. Okay, so I think the sensor didn't turn on. But everything else kicked on. The sensor on. Sensor is off. And that is also off. Oh, what happened there? It connected, right? It did connect. Yeah, it did connect. It just didn't, Okay. So what happened there? The hinge ready. Toggle block on. The connect. Did I do it on the wrong side? No. When it's greater than or equal to 85. It worked with the pistons. The pistons kicked on. That's weird. So this says toggle block on. Toggle block on. Why would that have been a thing? I'm going to take this hinge, though, and change its velocity, because I am also tired of waiting to, like, 3. We could probably make these pistons a little bit slower, though. Right? Let's set them to, like, maybe half the speed that they're at right now. Oh. Yeah, makes sense. Pull the plane back, please. Yeah, there we go. So if I disconnect you, this should retract and go up. The sensor is gone. Or I'm sorry, the timer is gone. What turns them off is the disconnect. Or, I'm sorry, the connecting turns them off. But what should turn them on is the same event controller that kicks on and extends the arm. So as the event controller, when this gets down to the correct angle, then that goes out. And yeah, for some reason the sensor's not turning on. And also the event controller is not turning on. This is the one. But it is extending the piston, which is really weird. And oh, wait a minute. Did I connect? Oh, wait a minute. Did I goof something up here? That's the disconnect one. If the connect one is off, why did it connect? Oh, did I goof something up here? Why is it... Ooh, this is weird. It came on... Oh, did it? Did it, like, flash on and then flash off? Oh, I think we might have an order of operations issue going on. I think I know. Maybe this, because it's getting close enough to connect before the sensor hits it. That's what the problem is. Before the sensor can touch it, it's close enough to connect, so the sensor turns off, and then it keeps on pushing. So that's the problem. This is just an order of operations thing. So what would I do there? Would I, in that case, we would say we just do both. We let the sensor handle it or the event controller. So the connect event controller should, in addition to, I never know if these things kind of happen all at once or not, but I'm going to say that the pistons should turn off, and then I'll move this one over to here. The connect one should turn off. Okay. So now either if the sensor touches it first, they'll stop. If it connects, they'll stop. Either way, they'll stop. We can do that. Bring it back up. I don't want to extend the sensor range because that would mean it would stop before it's close enough to connect. So it has to, I think this works, because then it's like a, let's say the plane is too far forward or too far back. Then this thing will still come out and stop, and then I could just move this. But if it were already lined up, there we go. Connected. Then I should be able to, if I'm here, say disconnect. Off we go. Pretty good deal to me. So here's what I'm kind of imagining as like the typical scenario is I kind of come in, maybe I'm like, let's say I'm kind of in a weird spot here because I'm a bit close, but let's say I, you know, come in and I'm, you know, kind of lined up like this. Yeah, I don't know exactly where the thing is. Let's say, like, I'm trying to eyeball it, right? But let's just say we get it like that, right? And then I go like this. And it's clearly not going to hit the right spot, but this is just a demonstration. At least I don't think it will. Oh, yes, there we go. So that you could hear the sensor. You can kind of hear the sensor. So the sensor stopped it from going, but it's right where it needs to be. So I can get back in here and just... Yeah, that now it's connected. I just had to back it up a little bit. So, even though they're not overlapping in the slightest, they are technically connected. So, and then if I disconnect, off we go. I could kind of line that up a little bit better there. See? I could. Yeah, I could do that. I could have the pistons retract and then have the thing go up. I would need another event controller. Which, I mean, why not, right? Then it would be... Then it would be at least symmetrical. Yep. So if we do that, then what would we need to change? So this would be... what would we call this? This would be refueling pistons retracted. So instead of the disconnect one, messing with the hinge, instead we take this one. Why is that up there and not... Yeah, whatever. Probably the old. We would say on piston position percent equal or less than, let's say 50%. For the... or both refueling or either... I'm not going to do the and. Actually, let's actually make it more like 30, just because, like, I'm looking at it, they're at about 75 right now. So I don't want it to... I don't think I could get the plane 50% close. Well, technically I could, but the wing would be in a weird spot. So anyway, I think that'll be okay. So we'll do that. And then when that happens, our hinge will reverse. So let's try that. Yeah, you could see the sparks. So we disconnect. Boop. Oh. Well, you could see that this thing changed. That's weird. Did I put the wrong hinge on it? Is there like a hinge somewhere else on the base that is moving around now? REF, there we go. Pistons retracted. No, hinge refueling reverse. Why does it seem like everything takes like 2 tries? Okay, when the piston position is equal or less than 30%. Now they're at 0%. If each block... Yeah, I think we do actually want that. Just be a little bit better. Okay, so we will do that. And then when all piston positions are less than or equal to 30%, reverse. Okay, we're going to do this manually again. I'm going to have to go drink some water in a minute. Everything is always more complicated when you make it more complicated. That's what I've learned. Alright, so that goes down. Arm goes out. Connected. Okay. Let me jump up on the plane here so we could see. Let's see. We are... I thought that should turn blue, right? Because we are not in the... Everything's more than 30%. Isn't that the deal? What are you? Disconnected, right? So we are currently connected. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot what the numbers, what the colors mean. Okay. So the right side is blue. On the left, it is that. So does that mean it currently thinks that they are both? Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. That seems wrong. Output action slot 2. Okay, yeah, because they're both more than 50%. Okay, let's try it again. Okay. That should turn dark. Oh. Well. Color didn't change, but whatever, it worked. Whatever, I don't know. I don't know, man. So here's what we should do now, is actually let it charge up. Now that we could do this. John, I think you're the only one shaking. But let's double check. I got the inertia tensor on for just the pistons. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're shaking. There we go. Now the real question is going to be, let's see. Do I have a thing for batteries here? There we go. Oh, they're at 99% charged. That's funny. We've plugged in so many times that they've actually already charged up. Yeah, they do not store a lot of power, these tiny little batteries. I may want to consider trying to find more batteries, but either way, I'm sure the wings helped a little bit too. All right, let's go get some water and then take a little nap here. And then I think what I'd like to do is retake the blueprint of the plane and go for a little flight and see how far we can go without running into battery issues. All right. Sorry, that was me taking a drink of water in real life here. All right, and the goal is to try and spot an ice lake somewhere. And if we can spot an ice lake, then we can figure out how to mount an expedition to it. Because my goal, if we don't recall from last week, I kind of soft made a goal, and I'm making it an actual goal now. The goal is going to be to turn this into a launch pad so that we can go up into space, build a space dock, some kind of a thing up there, so I can build a starship, so we could go see if maybe we can't get our hands on some Factorum, whatever it's called. That's my plan now. So, it's going to be a long journey for that. We're going to need a lot of hydrogen to get the materials up into space. And we're also going to need a miner that we could take up to space. I do have a blueprint for a space miner. That's at least useful. Because we're going to want to look for some space rocks. If we could get over to the moon, we could get some good stuff over there. Platinum is... We're going to have to go to a lot of different planets. We're going to have to go to some planets. Oh boy. Okay. Because I've got scarce resources in that mod. So the places we could go to are... Uranium is on the alien planet. Platinum is on Mars. But hinges on the end of the runway. So it tilts up and doubles as a vertical rocket launch tower. No. No, but I like where your head's at. Now, a long time ago, I actually built a... This was before, yeah, like way before automatons. So I was just using scripts, but I built a cool rocket with a mining ship basically on the top of it. And the rocket itself, the booster rocket, would fly me straight up. The script would keep it perfectly level with gravity. It would fly me straight up. And then it was very SpaceX kind of thing. It would fly me straight up. When it got to the edge of gravity, it would disconnect the miner. And then the rocket would come straight back down and just go back to where it started. And then when I got back, so the miner could only fly in space. And so what I would do is GPS where I got to space, come back to that exact spot, and then just fall back toward the base, and it had parachutes. So I would just like, the miner would land on the ground, and then I would have a truck with a crane, and I could come pick up the miner, drive wherever it lands, and drive it back to the base. Which was very cool, and I think that type of thing could work well here, although I don't have a giant crane truck at the moment. That kind of thing could work well here because I have a big open field that I could land in. Although if I land up there, it would be a bit of a problem. But anyway, let's take a flight. Let's take a flight. I don't know how long charged up batteries are going to last me. But here's where I want to go. Pretty sure we can't see any ice lakes doing this. Cheesing it. And I'm pretty sure there are no ice lakes in this valley. So we'd have to go, we're going to go up and look kind of around the outskirts and see what we could find. So that's the plan. So we're going to set, oh, let me do this, and then hop out real quick and take a new blueprint with the There we go. Just grab a new blueprint of it with the things in there. Alright. Here we go. Okay. Parking released. We're going to start by going up. If I can go up. Batteries are looking good so far. Yeah, the snow. Actually, that's a good point. I should have gone for the snow-capped mountains first because there's at least snow there. But I feel like there's got to be an ice lake. Like the ice lakes aren't that far apart, you know. So I'm kind of hoping there's something. I want to get a little bit higher. I came up here with the miner a while back and didn't see any ice lakes, but I wasn't really looking. Just want to get up high enough where I could hope. So there's some mountains up there. Oh, ye of little faith, like I don't know how to... There we go. See, I thought there was some snow-looking stuff back there. So I thought maybe that might be a good place to try. So it looks like we're not actually that far from snowy lands. In fact, could we drive to snowy lands? Possibly. Possibly we can. Let's see, we're losing speed when I turn that off. So that's a potential option there. Is we could go and look for... We can grab ice. At least I think that's snow. Kind of looks like sand, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's snow. No ice leaks, though. As far as I'm aware. But yeah, that's good to know. So over to the side is snow. We're going to kind of keep going in this direction and just kind of keep going around, maybe. Go up a little bit higher. Guys, keep a lookout for ice lakes. I'm not going to land and check. We could just drive over there. It might be sand. There's a really good chance that this is just sand. We'll just drive over there later. I changed Nightbot so that it's not as crazy about the caps lock, so you don't have to worry too much about that. I think I'm still going up. I kind of want to level out here and not be dropping in altitude too much. Oh, I almost hit the button to get out. That would be bad. So close to the... Yeah, I actually think this is sand. Let's keep going over this way. We'll try and get over those mountains. I seem to be doing really good on battery power now. Maybe go up a little bit higher. You know what I could do? Also, instead of poking the... Because I'm kind of tapping the propellers here. We could do... Let's see if I could do this real quick. We'll go increase thrust override, decrease thrust override. How fast do I have to be overriding thrust to keep on... There we go. I'll still be dropping here, although... Okay. I guess I gotta... Oh no, that was actually working, wasn't it? We were going up. If I keep it at like 70... 65. 60. Yeah, there we go. We're kind of maintaining there. Then I don't have to keep, like, tapping it. Let's see, if I cut it down a little bit more, do we start dropping? Slowly, so I might just have to toggle between the two there. I'm gonna see what's over this ridge here. Not seeing anything that looks like a ice lake yet. You really don't want to hit this mountain or plateau or whatever. Oh, there's a beacon. That's right, there's a beacon over there. Wonder what, let's see, what is a TFMN beacon? I don't remember what that even is. Yeah, I would like to know if we can drive to that, or if, like, it kind of looks like it's up on the plateau. But if we could drive to that, that could potentially help us with stuff. You can see the bubble up there, so it's up on the plateau. Can we drive? I mean, I could always build like a cargo plane. I don't think an atmospheric plane like this would really work for transporting cargo. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can drive up the wall. I also notice my plane is constantly kind of tilting on me here. I really need to find like a good ramp where we could drive up on this plateau. I'm pretty sure that's an economy station, because I don't have a MES in. So I'm assuming it is not hostile. This is working really good, keeping it at 55% power. And then just continuing to adjust. Like, we're barely using any battery power. It's pretty awesome. Ooh, is there a place over here where I could... Maybe it looks like we kind of go... It kind of looks over here like we might be able to... I mean, we might have to build a truck that is a little bit kind of designed for being slightly vertical, but we might be able to go up this side ramp here. That's looking pretty promising, that we could just kind of drive straight up that way and then come around. Yeah, we might be able to do that. Now, if there was an ice lake over here, that would be even more worth our while. Kind of want to look down that way, and then I'm going to hang a right and see what's over... Yeah, nothing over there. Well, this is just a really dry or warm part of the world, huh? But yeah, I bet you I'm gonna follow this this ramp here. It does look pretty steep at the bottom there. But this is the most promising we've had so far. And if there was ice up here, I mean, I could always make a what you call it, plane, cargo ship that has thrusters and stuff. There's a rock down there. Oh, did I didn't put an ore detector on here, did I? I wonder what's in that. I should be marking all these boulders. This could be worthwhile. I bet you in the green areas over there, the deeper blue-green areas up ahead, I bet you that's where our ice lakes are. I bet you we're just in a really arid area. The ice caps, I'm pretty sure on Earth, like, are at the north and south poles. Like, where they're, like, very, very snowy, but anywhere that there's high enough mountains, there should be snow. So, let's see. If we got up there, then there's like a valley. There's a path back down here, so if there was an ice lake over here, this would be potentially a way we could drive to it. I would much rather drive than build a cargo plane, just because a cargo plane seems like more of a, you know, easy way. And there's no ice lakes over here. Alright, I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna keep swinging right. And go back up this mountain here. Give it a little more juice. As we go up, we'll see if we can see anything. Let's see, that takes us back toward the base. Let's not swing too close toward the base. I kind of want to make a wide path around it, but we've gone pretty far. I'm going to keep going up for a bit to hopefully help us see a little further. Not that this helps at all, but it'd be way easier to mine an ice lake than it would be to go and get a bunch of snow. So there's got to be an ice lake nearby. I'll be honest with you, I really should have scouted for one when I was, like, creative mode scouted for one to make sure there was one near the spot where I was picking to build, but I didn't do that, so. See, I wonder if I'm actually getting too high for the, to get good speed with the wings here. Alright, well, we'll just make a circle around. We're doing really good on battery power here. We are moving kind of slow, but such is the deal with the atmospheric mod. You do kind of have there's air friction pushing me back, so. I've got a little bit of ice back at the base still. I think I've got 3K ice back at the base that I spawned in for myself when I started as my initial supply. But I assumed that there would be, like, I mean, that's been enough for keeping me hydrated, but, did I bring water? No, I should have brought some water in here. It's enough to keep me hydrated, but it is not enough if I wanted to use, hydrogen engines or thrusters, so. Boy, it is kind of nuts. We're going to drive out that way, and I might have to make bigger tail wings, or thinner tail wings, because we are kind of angling up constantly when I'm not pushing down. Potentially expand the normal wings as well. But yeah, that really does look like sand, but I might take the bucket truck out there or something and go... you know, bring a shovel and a pail and go see. Well, this is certainly very exciting. I hope you're all enjoying the content here, because it is, yeah, I know we're taking a nice leisurely flight, and it's not exactly Microsoft Flight Simulator over here, but I'm just shocked that this plane thing is working as well as it is. But it remains to be seen if we're going to smash into the ground on the way back, so. If you're enjoying it, consider throwing a like on the video, as I always say, because that helps with the old algorithm. And if you want to get notified when I go live, then think about subscribing to the channel, because I do schedule these things out in advance as best I can, usually about a week. And if you want to join the Discord, you could type exclamation mark Discord in the chat, and one of the bots, Nightbot, will give you a link to the Discord. The best reason to join the Discord is just because if I do reschedule something, I post a notification in there as to the reason why and when it's getting rescheduled too. So, if you care about those things, if you're just like, I'm just gonna chill and wait for the notification to pop up, then that's cool too. So. We do also have some audio channels in there too, so like, when I'm not... Lately I've been doing a lot of Marvel Rivals, and you will often find me in the Marvel Rivals room, audio room, with various people teaming up. I did for the CEA, the Corporate Esports Association, got a team together with the company that I work for the other day, and we did like a practice run. CEA was trying to test out whether Marvel Rivals would be good to have a tournament with. And it looks like it was successful, because they're going to do an actual esports tournament, and we're trying to put a team together, so that'll be fun. Alright, anybody see... Look at how much the plane rotates while I'm flying, how much it angles up. When I switch to the camera and just lose control of the plane. Is that the moon ahead of us, or is that just... No, that can't be the moon. The moon is somewhere... Oh, maybe that is the moon. That looks awfully round to be like a mountaintop. Ooh. Right below that, though, I'm starting to see some blue. We might have an ice lake. That's looking like an ice lake. How far away from base are we? How would I... Oh, and there's like a valley kind of right there. I know this is going to be like way, way above it, but that'll help me find that ramp up there. Yeah, that's an ice lake, folks. And I do believe that is the moon. So we would basically ramp up, drive up that ramp. I have to find that ramp because we'll have to go toward that GPS signal. And we should be able to drive like... point myself at the moon and drive straight to it. Either that or there's a hole in the world, you know. Space engineers could be one or the other. But yeah, that looks like that could be the nearest ice lake. It's a bit of a drive, but not too bad. It's probably going to be about maybe 13, 14 kilometers as the crow flies. Oh, it's a kind of a big one too. We might be able to set up some automated... Oh man, what if we could set up automated ice transfer? Like we could set up a drilling rig over here that just drills for ice, fills up a container, and then we just build like a automated cargo ship that flies over, fills up with ice, flies back, drops it off. That would be a bit of a... That would be a challenge. I'd almost rather build the automated ice mining rig and then just manually fly a cargo ship back and forth. Because I just feel like my gut instinct is that with how janky it is having drones docking drones are super janky every time I've tried to do it. I've done it, but there's a lot of jank to it, so I kind of feel like non-automated docking might be the way to go. Cargo vehicles and not cargo drones. Alright folks, we found the ice lake. This is going to be, unless I find a closer one on the swing back home, this is going to be what we use to get to space. And we do, I believe, as best I could tell, have a path up here. So, a path to drive up here, which means we could also do, potentially do a large cargo truck instead of a cargo plane, which I think actually sounds like a lot more fun. So, what I might do is, I think I'm going to end up having to build some sort of a, large grid truck for helping to move rocket equipment. So maybe we build it with some cargo capacity. A couple of large grid cargo, containers. I don't know why I forget the dumbest parts of the words. A couple of large grid cargo containers, and we could fill them up with ice, bring them back to base. That would be, I mean, if even bringing home one large grid cargo container full of ice would be, that would last me a while. So, alright, so I think we got our next project, which is going to be building some sort of a hauling truck, which we could then, first we'll haul a bunch of materials over to be able to build a mining station, and then we will use that same truck to haul the ice back to the base. Ice Lake Luna. Based on Luna Snow from Marvel Rivals. Or the other game that she's from, which I think was Marvel Snap, but I don't remember. She debuted in a game. I don't remember which one, but she's from a video game, and then they put her in the comics. Oh, that's true. That's true, Chad. Yeah, we could... the ice mining station could also be a hydrogen production station. So we could actually... Yeah, we could... That would be good, because it might actually be easier to fill a truck full of tanks and then haul a bunch of hydrogen back. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Again, even a single large grid hydrogen tank full of ice would be... or full of hydrogen would last me a very long time, so... Alright, so we flew around basically the entire... I'm going to try and swing a little further, but if there's an ice lake up here, it would be a lot harder to get to. So I don't think we're going to... I'm curious if there is one, but I don't think we would use it if we found one. But we've got, according to this, 3 hours of flight time at this rate, which is fantastic. Having the dampeners off, I think, is the big, because if I turn the dampeners on, we're suddenly... Oh no, the dampeners don't mean anything because I'm on override. Anyway. But if I were to turn the dampeners on, all of a sudden this plane would just plummet to the ground and we'd be using power to stop and start and stop. So anyway. I think, because I'm already fairly well lined up with the runway, I'm gonna stop my little maneuver here. Let me realign myself so I can see what I'm doing. Actually, is this going to be easier to line up? Probably not. But let's head back toward the base. But yeah, this is awesome. The only downside is that the plane doesn't fly particularly fast, but in terms of flight time, I mean, this is plenty good. Plenty good. I bet if we turned on... Yeah, see the antenna, if we turned it on, that really cuts into the power. More than doubles the power usage. The antenna would be good, though. We would need that if I was to automate the flight from back at the base, which was the original plan, which is why this thing has all sorts of cameras all over it. But, and I rather like flying it. Mostly because I could do this, but so I could do it from third person and it looks cooler. So let's gradually make our way back home and hope we don't crash on the landing. I really should play more Flight Simulator, to be honest. The aerodynamics mod also has wind as part of it, as you can see in the top right corner, and I could feel that because the plane does feel like it's actually drifting a little bit to the right now. I think more... Oh, actually, you know what? Since we are heading home, yeah, more override would give me more speed. I was just trying to find the... Eventually, yeah, see those... So there we go. We've hit the limit of... Like, we're running the engines and we're not actually getting any faster. So that's what I was trying to do, is find the balance of power usage versus the limit of speed. And the reason there's the limit is because the air resistance is pushing on the plane and it slows it down after a while, so. I am gonna have to... The base is down in that valley. Yeah, we're gonna fly in between these mountains and then land in the base. I have to remember to take the override off and take it in manually. If I try to go in with the override on, I'm gonna be I think what would happen then is that the arrestor cable will stop me and then the plane will just start going again. I would prefer not to have that happen. Alright, so this is going to be the big... I kind of like the going through these mountains like this. This is going to be the big challenge. Will I have done a successful long-term flight? So I think I would like to make the wings just a little bit longer, extend the wings a little bit, maybe change the tail fin a little bit as well to be a little bit wider. Alright, so we have to swing forward. We have to swing this way. And then kind of line up. Yeah, I'm going to run out of... I'm going to get thirsty before I run out of power, which is awesome. Well, I mean, it's not awesome if I get thirsty, but... I think this should just about line me up here. So at 1K, I'm going to disengage the override. That's it. I think I need to... It's very hard to see. Yeah, let's disengage the override here. And let me go in manually. Okay, I think I could see the runway. We're going to have to work on the whether or not this cockpit targets things, because... Okay, we are drifting the wind a little. Get lower. Get lower. Okay, lower. Up a little, up a little. Up, and... boom. Now, the wing came a little close to the edge there, but... folks, that was a success. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, no! Oh, God. Okay. So I left the propellers on, which I did not mean to do. And now, I believe, I have a bit of a conundrum. Because... Yep. I may have spoken too soon about the successful landing part, but I guess I could leave it here to... I mean, I guess that's kind of like parking. How stable is that going to be? There. I did say that I was going to build a truck that had a crane arm, didn't I? Well. I am such an idiot. Oh my god. You know what? We're going to leave it... Well, you know what we're going to do? We're not going to leave it there. We're going to build a series of... It'll be easier for me to build a series of pistons to pull it back up. Hopefully. And put it back. How am I even gonna... Okay. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Hinge. Piston. Mag plate. I think that's all I need for this. So I gotta give myself some room here. Let me think through what this needs to look like. So we have to go Yeah, okay. I gotta think through the logistics of this. We need to go... How far back do I need to go with this? Let's say that far. And then let me get you out of here. Let's see, lower limit 0. Upper limit for now is going to be 60, and then reverse. Oh yeah. Okay. Good. So let's put a big piston on. Alright, will this go far enough for how I want it to go? No. Okay, I think you're right. We need 2 pistons. And then another hinge, which is going to go that way. Which I assume is this one. Just going to do that. And we are going to also have your lower limit be 0. And then reverse you. Oh, you don't have any speed. Come on, get on there. Alright, let's extend you out as far as you'll go. Alright, let's extend you out, but let's make your max distance like 5. This is fun, isn't it? I should probably drink some water real quick before I... Not hinge. I need these pistons. Piston, piston. Does the hinge also need this? Oh, why did that do? Why did that happen? Why are we reversing? Oh, please do not smash my... Please don't smash my plane. Why are you... Oh, this is probably bad, I would say. If I... Because it's like bouncing, right? Do you need more torque? Oh, God. Okay. Well, apparently I gave it way too much torque using this thing. Why is this bouncing like this? Okay. We need to turn off inertia tensor. Now it's gonna... Oh, that scared me. That really scared me. Okay, so... Now... Okay. Oh, I don't like this one bit. Okay, I gotta see how close we are to touching this. Braking torque only works when it's turned off. Braking torque doesn't work on... Doesn't do anything when the hinge is on. Let's... I kind of want to just grab the tail of it. Oh. Yeah, I think the inertia tensor with the base has, setting the inertia tensor on the base has had unintended consequences. We're gonna leave, we're gonna ignore you for a minute. I want to go a little bit more with you. If I lose the little tail, that won't be the... That wouldn't be the worst thing. Yeah, let's see. How's that looking? You're gonna just be doing this for a while, huh? Okay. A little bit more, and then we'll take it down. Really hoping you settle down after this crane is gone. All right. Yeah, let me just double check. I know what I'm doing here. Looking good, looking good. I can tell now that I'm going to need an additional barrier at the end to make sure this doesn't happen again. Okay, there we go. Good. This thing's got some issues. I'm gonna try turning the hinge lock on and off. Oh boy. Now let's... Okay, now I'm going to try the braking torque method here. There we go. So... What if we set our lower limit to also be like that? We're trying. There we go. Perfect. Let's get these things the heck out of here before the, hopefully that will calm you down. I'm not convinced that it will. In 2 in-game hours, I could take a little nap and reset that. Yeah, you're getting a little bit nerve-wracking for me here. I'm wondering if I shouldn't try and do the same thing. Can I get in there? I don't have any access points here. Wondering if I shouldn't try and do the same thing with you. What are you even called? Solar hinge. Okay, what about the solar rotor? Do I have... Okay, what about the hinge? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it helps to just share not the one that's connected to the base, but the one after it to share the tensor. Now, does that just lock up, or is that actually facing the correct direction? Can't actually tell, but we'll figure it out in a little bit. Alright, I'm going to try not to fly this off the thing. Gotta remember, propeller's off when you're taxiing. Probably needed a bigger turnaround area here, but... Alright, then back it up to about there, and then we'll see how close we got. Kind of far away, I hope that reaches. That's not going to reach. That's okay. That's why we adjust. I can't do this without... I gotta look this way. Okay. Rotate. Go this way. Oh, this is kind of actually difficult with the tail fin there. That's why I kind of needed the... I might have to... Yeah. I might have to... come on. Get over. Nope, there's thunder. And now we're connected. Okay. Oh. Well. Okay. That's one way to do it. I just hit the parking release. And apparently the connectors are set for parking. Which I do not want. I only want the wheels set for parking. But now we should be close enough at least. There we go. That was it. Okay. So that's good. Let's set the batteries to recharge. And the plane is successfully refueling. And I do actually kind of like the idea that we could lift the plane up. We could actually hang it off the side upside down if we wanted to, if we need to get it off the runway. So, alright. I'm going to think about while I wait for the ability to sleep, what we should do off the edge here to keep the plane from going. Like, I could just build another... layer of wall, basically. That's what I'm thinking. So if we made like a... Might have to do this from the ground level, but... Let's see. Maybe not. Wait, what is this? Oh yeah, this is... That's a light armor. Okay. Placing a line to help align you close enough to the refueling connector. How close do we need to be? Is it pretty much... It's pretty much right at the... almost right at the edge of the block there. So now what we could do is grab... Why can I not grab that? There we go. Grab this, and we could mark out like a... get within this spot. Maybe it shouldn't be yellow, because it kind of conflicts with that. But yeah, we could do that. What should it look like? We could do a... I could do like a bluish color. I could just stick with the same kind of gray and just have stripes on it. We could just go like... Basically that. Like park there for refueling. Slightly off to the side. Get your wheel aligned with the edge of that is basically what I'm saying. Yeah, there we go. That's a good idea. Alright, let me go back to trying to get... Oh no, I'm thirsty. Yeah! Eat the last of my food. I think I'll grab all this and we'll go inside in a little bit. I'll just deal with all that. Put that back. I'll have to grab a little more tofu and bring it out here. Yeah, I still got a half hour before I can do that. Okay, so what I want to do is not be up here. To go down. Yeah, that's why. That's what it looks like there. Okay. So what I want to do is... let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this from down here. I want to get right... Yeah, there we go. Put... this, if I could just get this down here. Oh wait. That ain't gonna work, is it? What do I need to do here? We could do this. Not that. That. That won't work either. What am I trying to accomplish here? Hold on, let me think this through. I need actually this thing. I think. I need it up one row higher. Maybe I can start here. There we go. That's what I need. There we go. Now I should be able to go up there and build off of that. Through the bushes. Oh, I know, man. A unified grid system would be fantastic. Someone should make one of those. I could use handrails. I'm gonna do an actual, like, wall. In fact, I might even put handrails on the top of the wall. Yeah. And then grab this guy and do this. Oh. Oh, I need steel plate, you say? Okay. Now I've got some. Alright, so what I'm going to do is grab this color and extend this up here. Like that. Oh, that looks like stuff. And then I'm also going to do like a red, kind of a red. Yeah, actually no, that kind of a red right around there. Like, do that on the top here. Yeah, maybe to not look dumb, we'll go like this and we'll do that. So I'll still have my stripe going up there. Actually, this kind of looks dumb right here, but I don't know that I can change that without getting the... Can I? Yes, okay. So there we go. So that will be my don't drive off the back ramp. I think that will pretty well keep me from falling off. Doesn't look great from the bottom, I imagine, but yeah, it doesn't, but that's okay. I could blend it in better, but I don't really care, because I'm probably rarely ever going to look up at it. So, alright, I'm going to take a quick nap. We're going to... oh, that's actually a good idea. It could launch me just straight up to the moon. Or Mars. Oh, that's actually... When we do go to space, it just occurred to me that the gold is on the moon, which means we're going to have to slow boat it to the moon. God, I'm going to have to do that off stream. There's no way I'm slow boating it to the moon on stream. But we're going to have to go to the moon because that's where all of the gold is. Unless we find a rare boulder on Earth. I don't think we will. Yeah, we'd have to go to the moon to get gold so that we can make a jump drive. That's going to be the only way we're going to be able to get to all the other places we need to get to. Anyway, I'm really hoping that that solar panel spins back around and doesn't just wig out and blow up. First, I need... Let's see, we got water there. Put this organic in there. We got way too much organic. We can probably make more tofu. We got... Oh, what are you... Oh, I always forget. What are you missing? Do you need organic? No. Nutrients. Nutrients. Oh man, I already forgot how this whole thing... Oh, nutrient solution, that's right. Okay, nutrient solution needs organics and drinking water packet. Okay. That's why we've kind of stopped making stuff. So make that first. Good, so we need to move... Oh, you're taking it, okay. Good, so... Yeah, it's not good that we were running out of that. But anyway, let me grab some tofu. Move the organics down to there. Yeah, this will last us a long, long time, I assume. Alright, now, do we have more water hanging around? I've got some in the sequencer. And the hydroponics farm. And there's some gray water there. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to process some ice. Ooh, it's foggy out there. Okay, how much ice do I actually have left? 4K, so that's pretty good. Let's grab 1,000 of it. It's probably even more than I need. Let's grab this wastewater. Pretty sure I started with 5K water. So I must have been doing it in 500, because I've done this a couple of times. Or did I start with 6K water? Or ice, rather. I don't remember. I'll have to review the videotapes. Alright, so let's throw that in there. We're going to get some gravel out of that and everything. Where are you taking the water to? Oh, it's all going into there. That's fine. I think this is Izzy moving these things around. Oh no, actually no, it's probably just their own mechanisms for grabbing what they need. Anyway, you don't need nearly that much, so let's take 60 of your water out. Assuming this is going into here. It didn't used to do that, though. Oh, you know what? It's probably doing it because I have a queue of tofu built up, so it's trying to... yeah, and stuff. So it's trying to pull the algae soy product in there. Alright, let's just do... Make me my four more tofus. Okay, so we'll go down and put that in the truck later. Let's take a quick nap. Let's see. You know what we could do, actually? Now that we have... Oh yeah, I want to check on the... I want to check on the solar... What you call it over here. Okay, good. It did spin around. Oh, it's way more stable than before. That's good. Okay. Man, this thing looks good. This thing looks really good. I'm thinking about extending the runway a little bit more. Because there's no reason for it to be short. Right? I feel like we could extend that quite a bit further and give me time to actually land and before I hit the arrestor cable. That'll be another time. So what I was actually thinking we could do for the last little bit here is clean up some of this stuff, because we could be doing a lot more with the hydroponics farm, because there's other hydroponics farm. There's another one. Where is daily needs? So we could build the enclosed hydroponics farm, which is smaller. I think it uses more energy, but we have enough energy sitting around now, so we don't need the open one anymore. The closed one is advanced, so we could do that. And then the soil tray crop grower, we should build one of those, because I have a bunch of seeds and I could throw them in there and we could build things and maybe make like a burger at some point. So what I'd like to do is, first off, take the hydroponics farm and turn it off. And I move this, you know what, I think I have to hold on to it, so let me move all this out of here for a moment. Then we're going to get rid of it. Where's that? There we go. Get rid of the... Wait, what? I mean components added to build... Oh, it wants me to pull from this? There we go. That's weird. Alright, actually, what color is this? Give me that color. There we go. I made it plastic. That's cool. I didn't even realize. Alright, so... Daily needs. We're going to grab a crop grower, and we're going to grab a enclosed hydroponics farm, and everything else we have. This LCD, I actually have never used that. Let's put it down and see what it does. Let's put it like right here. I actually have never used it. Daily needs output LCD. Very, very well labeled. Okay, so I'm hoping, I know you've got things on the side there. I'm going to put you there. Now the soil tray, does it have? Yeah, it's got, it's only got one on the bottom. So you know what I think? I think we're going to actually not put this up there. Probably should get some sunlight. So I think we're going to build it outside, and I'll just manually take stuff over to it. So I think what we're going to do then is build a second enclosed hydroponics, and I'm just going to split between them, and we'll just get more algae soy product. So I'm going to call it 052. Yeah, I know it's going to do the hydroponics farm. Then I wanted to call it DNSK. Isn't that what I called all the other things? Yeah, DNSK, and then hidden and locked, so that it doesn't go grabbing it from me. Hydroponics farm, called that. And then we can get these out of there. So now when I go back to inventory, go to the NSK, we got both of these. And I could say 13.84. What's that divided by 2? I don't know. Let's say I'm going to give you 7 of them. And then, actually, let me go hydroponics. We'll do that. And then gravel, we want 166 divided by 2, 7, let's just say 80. It's not entirely correct. How did I, wait a minute. I didn't move 80 of it. Did I type the wrong thing? Oh, they're pulling between each other, aren't they? Okay, that's why. Let's move 40 over there. Okay, close enough. And then the last thing you need is water. Let's see, if I just put water in there, is it gonna... actually, let's do this. No, let's not do this. Let's put, so you've got 2 in there. Let's move over 2 more. Yeah, close enough, whatever. That way I've got, now we're creating it significantly faster because it's already making it faster than the old one and we're doubling it, so that's going well. What does this thing even do? I don't even know if this actually works. Maybe it doesn't even work. I do know sometimes the, oh, it's blue. Oh yeah, I did that. Sometimes the daily needs stuff has like, yeah. Sometimes they put stuff in there and they're like, we're going to get back to that. Then they don't get back to that, so. Goodbye. Okay. Let's go out here and see where could we put some crops. Let's see. So I've got the... I don't really have a lot of space here, do I? Kind of want to have them out. Let's maybe not put them here. Let's put them... Where's the door for this thing? We could put them... Let's see. Put them down here. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of having them being like down at the ground level, but where would I actually put it? I mean, I could make like a garden area. I don't really need it to do a lot. I don't have a lot of seeds. Although I guess the more I grow, the more seeds I will get. So we could put it... Oh, Google says there's a script to display the daily needs? Ah, okay. I am not subscribed to that. What if we just put it like... That would look weird. You know what, let's keep it indoors. Maybe we'll just like simulate a grow light on top of it or something like that. We could put it... Let's see, there's got to be like a piece of wall here or something. Oh, I could take out my... then I'd block that plant, which is... I don't really want to do that. Let's see. I mean, I could put it in the wall so that you would see it from the outside. You know? Do that. That's how it would kind of show through. Could do that. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, you'd be looking at like the bottom of it like that. If it was up high, you wouldn't really see the thing. Like I could put it... I mean, I could like put it in this back corner over here and get rid of this extra little wall bit and just stick it in the back corner. I mean, I could shove it up there. I don't really want to, though. Do it sideways. I kind of like the idea of putting it right there. Actually, I kind of really like the idea of extending this wall out a little bit. But no, I think what I'm going to do is put it, oh my god. Put it like right where this wall thing is. And in fact, not only that, I'm going to make it not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. Gonna make it this color. Oop. Now in terms of... We don't have like an embedded spotlight, right? Yet. We've got those... Got those floodlights. Floodlight angled. Ooh, yeah, we could do floodlight down. Ooh, yeah, okay. I think I've got this in the bar here somewhere, don't I? Here, we'll do this. We'll go that color. Go. That's a bit much. Oh, maybe that's what I got. Okay. So, here's what I'm gonna do. You ready for this? Alright, so this is going to be the... Gonna do that. And get you out of there and there. And then this floodlight. We're going to do more of an ultraviolet type light. Maybe like something like that. And it does not need to be very long at all. In fact, 10 meters is probably enough. Probably don't need that intensity. Maybe we'll just do 2. There we go. That's my indoor crop grower. It's going to be when we go to sleep. We're going to have a giant, very, very bright light in the corner here. Oh, it does have its own internal light too, doesn't it? It would seem. Is that true? Oh, it does. It has its own internal light. I guess I didn't need to go through all the trouble, did I? Okay. Well, I kind of like it, and I'm just gonna make it not nearly so bright. There. Although now it kind of conflicts with the yellow on the inside. You know what? Let's get rid of it. This is too stressful for me, and I don't like it. That's what is it? What? There we go. Okay. All right, let's see what we can put in it. I don't know that I can't remember the last time I even used the planter, so let's see what we can do. I could put another one. Whatever. I only really need the one. All right, what does this thing need? Is it a production? I think it is, yeah. So let me take everything I've got. Let's see, we've got fertilizer. We've got cucumber seeds. We've got tomato seeds. We do have potatoes. Got some synth food I should probably just eat. And some emergency space mush. I've got some organics in there too. Oh, and some coffee. Drink that. Alright, let me throw this organic in something. No, that's not where you go. You do go right here. Alright, so let me just put all this stuff in there. I wonder if I need more fertilizer to be able to make stuff. So all I could do right now is I can make potato seeds from the potatoes. Oh, what the heck is all this stuff? Phosphorus ingot, carbon, potassium. Oh man, that's all sorts of stuff I gotta go get, huh? So to make cucumbers, oh, I need drinking water too. To make cucumbers, I need 25 drinking water packets and some fertilizer. How can I make fertilizer? From gravel? Oh, I can make fertilizer. Okay. Okay, I could do that. I need some gravel and some organic. There was some gravel in here, wasn't there? Yeah, let's grab that. Go grab, I'm full. Let's put the gravel in there. And then you've got way more organic than you need. So let's take like 50 of it. That's probably way more. Hold on. Let's not take that much. Let's give you back 20. And let's put that in there. Oh, it's full. That's a lot of gravel. That is a lot of gravel. Okay. Let's do that. Put the gravel back into there. Alright, so now drinking water. So if I put in like 10 packets of drinking water, while I keep going out of the menu, now I can make some fertilizer. Takes 3.3 seconds to make fertilizer. Takes 5 minutes to make cucumbers. Seeds is pretty easy. But the actually making the foods takes a while. So why don't I take my potatoes and make some seeds. And then make... For how much fertilizer did I need? 1.5? for these? One fertilizer? How much fertilizer can I make? Can I make like... No, wait. No. Can I make 10 fertilizer? Yes. Okay, good. So I'm going to leave that doing its thing. We'll come back and grow stuff another time. I'm just going to leave all that stuff in there. No big deal. Let me go throw all this stuff back. I still have a lot of gravel on me for some reason. You know what I could do with that? Throw it out the window. Let the build and repair take it. Yep, okay. So I'm going to do... Hop into here. Put this back in there. I know it's going to try and drink it. And everything. Eat my synth food while I'm here, please. Please? Please? No, apparently not. I'm going to carry it with me and see if I eventually eat it. Okay, I think that we are probably pretty close to being good to go for today. I don't think I mean, we didn't accomplish a whole lot in theory. We built this really cool refueling arm, which we really needed. I do want to make a couple of modifications to the plane for next time. Maybe make the wings just a little longer, couple blocks. Maybe make the tail. Maybe use the thinner plates and maybe put them out a little further to stabilize the back a little bit better. But overall, the plane flew really well, and I'm really excited that we were able to fly all the way around and came back with almost 90% battery. We are going to have to go out to the valley at some point and see, like, we're going to have to go out there and, like, make some actual ground level GPS markers. And, yeah, so I think what we'll do next time is, we are going to need to, we're going to need to get to the ice lake. That's going to be the thing. So, this truck, that truck might be necessary for building the... We might have to load that truck up with components. I don't know that we'll be able to load it up with enough components, so... That truck might be too small. What's my internal capacity? That's just the one cargo container, right? And then the one in the bucket. Actually, does it even have a... I'm trying to remember. I think that's an internal container right there, isn't it? I had it. There it is. Yeah. So it's just got the two small cargo containers and the connector. So we could drive... It's not going to be enough... Excuse me. That's not going to be enough components to build the... Yeah. That will not be enough components to build a mining rig, and I don't want to have to drive back and forth a lot. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have to build a small, large grid cargo truck. Like, we're going to have to build a big boy, because I want to be able to take a, and it's, so I think this is probably going to be like the next 2 or 3 streams, is my guess, is we're going to build a large multi-purpose truck, and the different purposes are going to be cargo to get all the parts over there. We're also going to need, I'm going to put hydrogen tanks on it so that we can haul hydrogen back to the base. I have not yet gotten around to moving all that stuff out from under there, but I think that's a lower priority in my mind. That's going to be like, I don't know, the reason I wanted to go underground and start hollowing it out was so that I could start building more of these things, but I think we're probably fine for the moment. Yeah. So we'll build a... How are we doing on iron? 19... almost 20k left. That's good. How's the refinery? Oh, everything's refined. Okay, that's good. Okay, so yeah, it's got to have cargo. It's got to have hydrogen tanks, and it's probably going to have a. We're going to have to build the. We're going to have to account for the ability that it's going to need a. Let's see, garbage truck. That's from the other thing. What did I call? Oh man. Oh, I remember. It was the stuff retrieval vehicle. That's what it was called. Yeah, we could make this has like no cargo though. It only is. It's a flatbed with mag plates on it, and it basically it has a arm where you could lift things and then drop them on the bed, and they're just like mag locks on there, and then you could drive. That's not going to be sufficient. Actually, I'm looking at that. That might be small grid. Trying to remember. Does it say? Size. Oh, that's just the size. Type NA. Number of blocks 0. Wait a second. Do I have... Oh, okay. I was like, you're gonna let me pay? Have I been in creative mode this whole time? No. Yeah, okay, so I actually don't think that will work. So I think we're going to end up designing a new one, which is not the worst thing in the world. So we'll do large grid. We'll do a small large grid. So in other words, not like the jumbo 5x5 large grid, because it'll be like bigger than the entire base that we've got. But we'll do a small large grid truck with all of the bells and whistles, and we won't put a boom arm on it necessarily right away. But just the fact that it will be large will mean that I'll be able to like stand on it and place things higher up. And we'll be able to take a bunch of components over there and do what we need to do. So I will think about a design for a mining facility. There's a couple of automated mining stations like blueprints I've looked at in the past, and I might try to duplicate one of them. Somewhere they... You know, it's like a spinny set of, not just like drills that spin in a circle, but like the whole drill arm maneuvers in a circle around the mining station. That's an option. Another option is just having a row of drills that just go out and come back. I'm not going to do anything particularly silly, like I don't remember exactly how Splitsy did his little hydrogen mining station on Survival Impossible, but it had like the chain of hinges, and he was like dragging it. We're not gonna do that. Large Marge. I actually like that name. I like that a lot. Okay, maybe that'll be the name if I remember. Remind me next time. So anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll come up with something. So next. What is today? Tomorrow, Pat and I should be doing Earth Defense Force. If all goes well, we'll be doing Earth Defense Force. I think that's scheduled. If not, I'll check after the stream. That should be tomorrow. Sunday, I believe we're doing Halo. We'll be moving into Halo 4 already. If you haven't been watching that, it's been a fun series. It's my first time playing through the Halo campaigns, the multiplayer, like cooperative campaigns. So we'll be moving into Halo 4. And then Monday... I will be doing a special stream for the release of the early access of Space Engineers 2, and we'll be figuring out, it's just creative mode, so we'll figure out what we're doing, and then back to Space Engineers 1 next Thursday. All right, and then when the Halo streams are over, because I think we're probably going to end up stopping after Halo 4, because Halo 5 was never released on PC, and we do have technically Halo Wars, the RTS. I don't know that I feel like streaming an RTS. And then we could do, I think Halo Infinite does have a campaign, so we could potentially do that. Either way. Yeah, John, that's exactly what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with a design for the mining station, load up all the components that I need for that specific design into the truck, and then head on out there. And then we'll also throw some other stuff in there too, because I assume we'll you know, make changes as we go and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the plan. Is we'll come up with a design first. I might search the workshop for a mining station design, you know, and just either take the blueprint verbatim or, you know, take inspiration from it. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So either way, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Like I said, if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the stream, throw a like on the video. If you're watching this later on demand, consider throwing a like on it then. Every little bit helps. Comments also help. The folks chatting with me here are a big help. The live chat helps quite a bit. And if you want to get notified when I go live, then consider subscribing. And I will talk to you all hopefully tomorrow. Take care, everybody.